Hello, music lovers. It's your girl, Corina Avalos, your music and radio plug with Up in the Mix, presents Heavy on the Honey. Today's guest is a special guest. Not only is he humble, but he's also hospitable. He comes bearing gifts, not only literally, but knowledge. So I'm about to pick his brain. Thank you so much for coming.
No, thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
Yes. Well, I know you're a busy person. So, and you were prompt. I think the promptness is a theme today. A lot of my guests have been so on top of it that I'm like, wait, hold on. Give me like 10 minutes. But thank you so much for
No, I
coming.
appreciate it. I'm here.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Yeah. From the moment I met you, you were smiling. Are you always this happy?
I am a happy person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Do you think that it comes from gratitude, or what is it exactly that just makes you beat those
I think
curly
for me,
whites?
it's just like when you got people that you love that's not here with you, I just like to make it they count though. So for me, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure.
And you have a daughter, correct?
Nah, no kids.
No kids?
No kids.
Who are the little kids you post usually? I see a lot of
Family. You know what I mean? I'm big on family.
yeah.
You know, I love my family. So, if you see a lot of posts, it's gonna be, nieces, nephews. Yeah, pretty much like with my family though. I spend a lot of time with the family.
Hmm. Are you guys from Nashville?
No, I'm from Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro. Okay. And you still live there?
Most definitely.
Yes, but you do a lot of work in town.
I do a lot of promotion in Nashville.
Right.
So, Murfreesboro, where you raise your family, we laid back. That's what my restaurants and stuff is. Nashville, fast paced. It's live, a lot to do. So pretty much that's why I be in the Ville a lot.
Yeah. Well, I was introduced to you by KJ. Shout out to KJ,
Good
coldest producer, sweetest person. And I actually went to your event with YTV Fats at
Minerva.
Minerva. It was really fun for the most part. He didn't show up till what, like 1 a.m?
It was probably about 1:30, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Rod Wade have done counsel though, so really it turned out for the best. He was supposed to perform and then it didn't come, so that right there just helped. It gave me the extra that I needed. Yeah.
Oh, to fill the room.
Yeah, most definitely.
Gotcha. I mean, that line was incredibly long, and I had a ticket.
Yeah, not for real. And I was all the way down the sidewalk though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I got there right before it started to wrap around the building, but it was still pretty long, and it was cold. So I was like,
but that's what we're gonna do. Next time, since we already got the contact and you got the word about that no more.
thank
So
you.
next time we got something going on in the city, reach out. I'm on way to come get you. You good.
That's so nice. I appreciate it. Yeah, because you have a lot of stuff going on. I know you just did JT's event, right, at Link?
No, that right there was young Miami.
Young Miami.
Yeah, she was on the tour.
Young
Correct,
Miami.
yeah. She was on the tour with her little talk show with the little games and stuff.
Oh yeah. Wait, she's on tour with her podcast?
Yeah, with the games. That's what it was. The Carisha tour. What's the name of the game?
It's like Carisha. God, what is
Carisha, please.
Carisha,
That's
please.
what it is.
Yes,
Yeah, she's done a tour with that though. She was just like going from city to city, coming to the clubs, playing the game, taking shots. Yeah, it was a whole little vibe though. It was a sold out show.
She's killing it in that space. Like she does numbers on YouTube. So I did not realize that she was on tour though. So
sure.
Thanks for that plug-in. Okay, so you mentioned Link, but then the event I went to for you was in Minerva.
Correct.
So you're an independent promoter that works with different organizations?
Most definitely. Pretty much on my end is just like, I'm like a LeBron James of the game. I'm a free agent. I pretty much just go to whatever venue just makes sense for whatever I got going on. So it's like, I don't have no ties to Link, no ties to Minerva. Pretty much they treat me like family. But I pretty much just go to whatever venue that's going to be situated for the event that I got coming up.
Oh, so you kind of take the logistics of like, okay, how many people can this space hold?
Most definitely.
And you move that way.
That's the hustle. That's the hustle.
Okay. Yeah. So there is logic to this planning.
Nah, most definitely.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you got different setting, what club you want to go to, what venue you want to be at, based off their servers, the energy, the setup, outside, inside, all of that right there matters depending on what artist you bring.
Right. Oh, okay. So did you study to do this or you just kind of learned?
No, I just being honest, I just learned. I just started out I had a little money. Yeah, by the way, I call money trash when you've been getting it for a long time. So I call it trash. So I've been getting it for a long time. At first I just started out just doing something. Want to just the name, the hype, you know, hey, I got such and such coming. The first show I ever done was Future. So it's like once I seen the energy off of that, and I think I might have done back then when I first started, I don't know who it was at the time, but I probably lost like 20 grand, right? So I'm like, hell nah. I'm just thinking to myself, like, yeah, I got trash, but I ain't got enough trash to where I can take a 20K loss.
Yeah.
So then I started taking it serious.
Right.
I was history after that.
Well, first of all, let's not sweep over Future. What year was this?
My first show that I ever done, I done it in Murfreesboro. Matter of fact, it might have been like 2012, 2013.
That was like peak.
Because what was this? What was this single? Turn out the lights. That was my first. That was my first show I ever done. Was Future.
Sheesh.
sure.
I remember that being like such a hit in college. I believe I was still in Illinois. It was right before I moved to Nashville, which was in 2013. But all the people played that song. Like it was.
Oh no, back then it was most definitely major.
Yeah,
It really
he was major during the time when I want to say that it was like Two Chains was popping too. Just a lot of people from Atlanta.
Yeah, not for sure.
No, but
But you know,
Future.
they stay lit though.
Hell yeah. I mean, his longevity's insane.
Yeah, right. It can't be duplicated. Yeah, I mean,
No.
he most definitely one of the ghosts for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what was it? What's it like when you have to deal with the artists? What do you think is the most rewarding part of it, but also the most frustrating part of this?
For the ones that's grinding and like forget where they come from, like they energy done changed.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's like it's still business. You know, somebody like myself on my end, I like for things to be on point. I like for it to run smooth. It's like I see the positive when you pull up, you're gonna receive the back end. I just like I like to lay the red carpet out. You know, you want your energy to be good because when people come, I want to know like I want them to feel welcome. You know, you want to turn up, you want the best energy you can get. You don't want the don't know what they had and stand off. Like if a people willing to support you and bring you to the city, show love to the city. You feel me? Like let the city know you coming to the city. Cause like that's one of the biggest issues. Like you can pay an artist 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, and it's like half of them don't even want to
be there.
half of them don't even want to let the people know. It's like you got people that's paying $50, $100 for a ticket. They paying 1,000, 1,500 for a section. So if you're coming to the city, why wouldn't you want your customers to let the people know? Like, hey, I'm in the city. Just whatever, like whatever you want to say though. Like I just feel like you're supposed to show love to your people no matter where you're at in life. Whether if you're down or you're up, you got to show love to your people because that's where it started. For sure.
Yeah. No, I actually didn't even think about that because some people, I wouldn't say ungratefulness, but like unappreciativeness, I would interpret as like them being late or maybe just like you said, looking like they don't want to be there. I didn't even think about those things.
Like, but you got to just keep in consideration like this. If you done gave an artist 40, 50,000 to come to the city. Say you selling tickets, you selling sections. People gonna go to the artist page like looking, is they putting it in their store, they putting it on their page. So when people don't see it, it leave that question mark. Like it have a whole lot of people hesitant if they want to commit or not because they're looking for that official stamp coming from the artist. So it just seems like you got something like that going on. Like why not go ahead and get the people turned up, expecting to see you for real? For sure.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, that's a valid point to bring up.
Yeah.
I guess moving forward, I guess I have noticed that where sometimes I'll be like, oh, I saw that they were in town, but they didn't ever post about it. So like I wonder if they did that because of security purposes, like they didn't want people to like know exactly where they're at. But at the same time, if it's like a publicized event, it's people are gonna know where you're at.
I'm gonna be honest though, a lot of times it's like in their mind it's like, you're gonna give them the front end up front, and then when they come to the city, you're gonna give them the back end. So it's like they know they trash guaranteed.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like they relaying, they ain't caring about none of that. Which I done business with a few artists. They done been real down to earth. They done been real cool. But then I done ran across some just like, damn, I done pay you 40,000. You don't want to take a picture with none of your people. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to take a picture with the promoter. Like I don't know, shit can be weird sometimes. But I'm pushing though. I'm gonna most definitely keep the city turned up though for sure.
And so with those situations, do you kind of just keep in mind like, yeah, I'll probably never book them again?
Most definitely though. I mean, say like just based off the energy, I might book an artist just. Matter of fact, let me put it to you like this: somebody like Big Boogie. Man, it's like it was my first time booking him, but I felt like I knew him. So his energy was like unmatched. Yeah. Like from the time I started promoting, everything I posted, like he reposted. It's like he wanted his show to be sold out.
He's so lit. He's so lit.
But that's the end. But you got to look at.
Yeah.
That's why he stayed booked up though.
Yeah.
But I'm just using him for an example. You know, there's plenty of people you know that's grinding and got the talent, got the potential, but it's like who gonna give it to you?
Right.
That's really that. Like I want somebody to be like, okay, cool, boom.
Yeah.
I want them to be there bad as the people want them to be there. That way, the energy it can just ping pong and then just go back and forth though. That's really what you're looking for sure.
Right. Yeah. Sounds like big dude gave it.
Yeah, nah, he
Yeah.
came through.
It looked like fun too. I'm really sad that I missed it because I know that I had a previous commitment that day. I think it was on a Friday. So sad about that. But I hope that when he comes back in town, I get to attend that
Yeah,
because I love his music, but you're right. He gives that energy in his live performances or even just in person. I can just tell he seems pretty.
yeah. I mean,
He
I'm just
live.
saying though, anytime you got the women on your side, you can't lose.
Yeah.
You can't. You can't lose.
Ain't that the
You can't
truth? Girls do love big.
You can't lose.
Yes. Well, I know, and I also saw though, aside from your
Mhm.
promotions, you also have you're an entrepreneur. You have multiple businesses.
Most definitely, yes, ma'am. I do.
Yeah.
Got a couple of restaurants. Got a party bus. I
Mhm.
got like some little rolling 360 cars.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty much, I'm just grinding for success at this point. You know what I mean? So that's really what I got going on in my work.
Were you always like this?
Nah, I lost my mama to cancer like in 2020. So it's like it was my baby. I was spoiled. I was a mama's boy. But it's like once I went through that transition with losing her, it's like it was time for me to grow up. So I really just tapped in and started just taking everything just like serious. Like just want to make sure that I got me and my family in position to be good. You know what I mean? So that's really the goal.
Yeah. I mean, my deepest condolences.
No, I think I appreciate it though. It's just
Yeah.
motivation though, just pretty much turning all pain to motivation.
Yeah.
She raised a soldier, and then I was blessed with a good one. So it's like jinx and the curse. It's like I was blessed with her for 59 years,
Mhm.
and she gave me a whole lot of knowledge. So I'm just pretty much making everything count. You know, you got to stay positive, keep your head up, and stay focused no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they forever humble stand for.
Yeah.
No matter how much adversity comes in your life,
Mm.
you always got to stay prayed up and never give up because winners always find a way to win. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I bring you one. I want to make sure I see you winning too.
I'm going to. I'm gonna post it when we're done. Like
Nah,
I'm
for
gonna.
real.
I hope nobody gets mad.
Nah,
I'm
it's
gonna be like my favorite guest ever.
it's all love them. I appreciate it, yo. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, this right here, my first interview ever though. So it's like once you reached out, I'm like, you know what? That was good energy though. I said, I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go. So here
I
I am.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Real recognize real.
Real recognize real.
Because I mean, I wanted to introduce myself when I went to the YTB Fat event, but you seemed very like in the zone, and I was like, yeah, this is probably not the right setting. I want to make sure that it's like, hey, like very
And
personable.
I'm glad you did. Nah, but like pretty much like, just be so much going on.
Yes.
I want to pay attention to my surroundings, make sure I keep my head on the
Yes.
swivel. So
Yes. You
even,
have to.
even though you didn't speak at the club, I mean, I'm glad you did reach out though. So
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah. And it was a really fun event too. I
Yeah.
took my little sister with me. We stayed I think we left right before he got there, which I'm upset about. Because we were there pretty early. I think we got there at 9.
Yeah, I was there.
And then, yeah, no. Everybody told me that, but we got seats. So that was worth it. Because we were like, okay, if he doesn't get here till late, we want to, like, our feet are going to hurt because we had heels. So I was like, yeah, we got to sit down.
No,
So
we family now. I'm just saying though. Now we locked in. We family. I always got middle section, so
thank
I'm extending my hand.
you.
I'm
Appreciate
extending my
it.
hand. You're always welcome to come. So you ain't got to worry about stand up no more.
Thank
You always got to just
I
sit
mean,
down.
right. Sit right here.
Yeah.
Sit with the cool key. Yeah, I mean, and I used to actually go to Minerva with my girlfriends when we were in college. They attended TSU, so I'm like already pretty familiar with the spot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, my God, it was years that I went until I went to the event. So
Mhm.
it was nice to be back.
Man, it was nice to see you. I'm glad you came out.
Yeah,
Yeah, hopefully you'll be coming back.
I definitely will. Because
Okay.
I mean, I would love to go back to an event. So
Yeah.
hopefully you release those.
Something coming for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, ain't nothing stopping no time soon.
I know. Absolutely. I mean, with everything you built, and it sounded like it was fairly recently, right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm,
I can't even imagine what you're going to be working on next.
ain't no telling that ain't no ceiling. Like
Yeah.
with the way my mind operate, I'm
Yeah.
constantly networking, trying to accomplish something. I'm constantly striving, constantly trying to find a way. So,
Mhm.
just keep me busy and keep me out the way. For
Yeah.
sure.
If you had any advice for anybody that wants to break into the entertainment industry as a promoter What would be the biggest thing that you'd say is important for them to keep in mind?
The biggest thing is you got to bet on self.
Yeah.
You got to bet on self because at the end of the day, like your parents, your cousins, your people, your kids, your relatives, nobody ain't gonna see your vision.
Yeah.
Your vision is for you. So I just feel like if you're really serious about it and you bet on yourself, you're
Hmm.
gonna win.
Yeah.
You're gonna win for sure.
Hmm. Do you think that aside from the advice that you would have for somebody wanting to come in, what's something that you've learned, even just being in that space that you didn't know or realize until you were actually in that position?
Most definitely be hands on.
Yeah.
Like with whatever I got going on in life, no matter where I'm at in life, I don't mind doing it myself. Like I say, I got a restaurant. I don't just like player owner, player manager. Like let me mop, let me wash the dishes. Like I want to play whatever position I need to play.
Hmm.
I don't never want to feel like that I'm getting out of tune like with myself, like who I am. So I love to just stay grounded. So it's like pretty much whatever needs to be done, I got to do it.
So you're a team player.
Always.
Yeah.
Take the team.
Yeah. That's true. You
Take
got
the
to know
team.
what how every role operates in order for you to actually run the machine oiled and nice and
Nah, most definitely.
smooth. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, you're so wise and
Thank
so
you. I
humble.
appreciate it. Nah,
Yeah.
been through a lot. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you go through enough,
Mhm.
it'll get you there. But once you get to that safe place, you can't be stopped.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest blessing about it all.
Mhm.
It's like been through a lot of pain, but it's worth the reward though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just stay focused.
Yeah. I mean, and you kind of mentioned what I've gathered is you believe in God.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you think that he's helped you propel to the position that you are in
Without him,
now?
none of this is possible though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's where it started.
Hmm.
That's where it started, most definitely.
Yeah. It's where it starts and where it ends.
Always, all the way around the board. Without him, you got to have him. When things ain't going as good, I didn't blame him. When things are going good, I don't blame him. It's for the better. Like with everything that's going on,
Yeah.
he got me. Can't lose without him.
How do you stay so positive?
It's me.
Yeah.
It's just like I say. I don't know how you put it. It's just pretty much like just staying in tune with the people. Though I like networking.
Yeah.
I'm one of the ones that I come from the struggle. So it's like even though I came from that, you can be up 1 minute,
Hmm.
you can be down the next. You see what I'm saying? So it's like whether I'm down or if I'm up, I don't take nothing for granted. I
Yeah.
really believe in making sure like you got to enjoy your life. You got to make sure everything count. Everything ain't gonna be perfect, but even when it's not perfect, you got to believe. You got to stay focused. Like you got to stay in tune though. Because like we're in a world right now where everybody playing for self. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like you can't get caught up into what other people do. You got to move how you supposed to move. You got to do what you're supposed to do. You can't get sidetracked with the imitation that the shit that everybody else got going on. You gotta let them have that.
And
Yeah.
some people fake it. So,
But they don't make it.
yeah.
That's the whole point. They
Yeah.
fake it, but they don't make it.
Yeah.
They fake it, but they don't make it.
Authenticity will always shine through. You're right.
Most definitely.
And you can't, like, if you're lying about who you are or like even what your intentions are, eventually you're going to forget the lies you told. That's going to be hard to keep up with that. So
Uh
it's just
oh.
better to be real.
An old head once told me, real and fake can never see eye to eye.
Yeah.
That's a real life lesson,
Hmm.
for sure.
Yeah. I agree. And I think that's why we connected.
Yeah.
I appreciate you so much for dropping these nuggets of knowledge with me and with the listeners. And for being your first interview, I am so honored. Thank you so much for trusting me. I told you I didn't bite, so I just really want I really like to connect and pick brains of the people that are in the industry, that are pushing the envelope and that I admire honestly. And it's really just an honor to have you in my home and,
No,
spend some
thank
time
you.
with
No,
me.
likewise, though. I really appreciate the opportunity. I like the way you made me feel comfortable. I can't tell it was my first interview, though. You had real good energy, though. It's always nice to see. Then you got this big bright smile, so it's all good, though. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You got a big bright smile too.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So it was, I think we were just bound to be friends.
That's a good thing. That's a beautiful thing.
And for the listeners out there, follow my friend at Forever Humble. Did I get that?
ENT, for Forever Humble, ENT, all one word.
On Instagram. And is there any other of your businesses that you want to plug in?
Pretty much you got 615 District, 1950 South Church Street in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. You got it's a lot going on. I don't want to do all that right now.
Well,
But just
just follow his main page because you can also keep up with the awesome events that he's got going on in the future. Obviously, he can't share those details with us yet, but I'm sure they're coming. And we basically just staying locked in on all the cool stuff that he's working on. But most importantly, to be blessed with the smiling face that is
for
his.
sure.
This is your girl, Karina Avalos, your music and radio plug with Up in the Mix.